Okay, hello everybody, and thank you for joining me again at English Fun Academy. This is quite a involved subject today. This is quite an involved subject. We have the simple past, many exceptions to the verbs in the simple past. And to just give you a look at the whiteboard here, there are many of them. In the simple past tense, it is quite complicated as far as verbs go. Because the spelling changes are numerous. As you can see from the whiteboard here, it took me a long time to actually write them. And actually, when I did write them, you can see I sort of ran out of space at the end here, and I had to write them, and some down here as well. Because there are quite a few exceptions in the past simple or irregular verbs, okay? The spelling changes, and you just have to memorize them, unfortunately. We all have to when you're learning English. So let's go through them. It does require just memory because, you don't add ed like you do with a lot of past tense verbs. You don't just add the ed ending sound. Okay, so let's begin because there are a lot of them, okay? All right, so the be verb, again, in the past tense becomes was or were. Was or were, okay? Become in the present becomes became. Begin in the present tense becomes began, okay? Break in the present tense becomes broke, okay? Bring in the present tense becomes brought, okay? Buy in the present tense becomes bought. Catch in the present becomes caught. Choose becomes chose, okay? Come becomes came in the past tense. Cost stays the same. Cost, okay? Cut is also the same. Cut and cut. I cut something today. I cut something yesterday. Do becomes did in the past tense. Draw becomes drew, so A changes to E. Drink becomes drank, okay? And actually, let me write that in there. Sorry about that. Drink becomes drank in the past tense, okay? So again, drink, drink milk today, I drank milk yesterday. Eat becomes ate, okay? Fall becomes fell. Feel becomes felt in the past tense. Fight becomes fought. Find becomes found. Fly becomes flew. Again, these are all irregular verbs because they don't follow the pattern of just adding ed to the verb to form the past tense. So again, fly becomes flew. And going back up to the top here, with our exceptions, forget becomes forgot. So you change the E to O. Forget becomes forgot. Get becomes got. So again, you change the E to O, just like you do with forget, forgot. Get becomes got. Give becomes gave, okay? Go becomes went. Go and went. That's a huge change there, right? The spelling of the verb completely changes in the past tense. As it does with the be verb, be becomes was or were. So it's a complete change of spelling. It's not even close. And then grow becomes grew. So again, O changes to E, as it does with get and got, and forget and forgot. Okay? Hang becomes hung. I hang a picture today. I hung a picture yesterday. Have becomes had. So that's a pretty significant change from H-A-V-E to H-A-D, okay? It's very vexing for people learning English, especially if it's not your first language. All these irregular verbs. Hear becomes heard. Hide becomes hid. So you lose the E in the past tense. You lose E, okay? Hit and hit stay the same. So hit stays the same in the past tense, okay? Hold becomes held, okay? So again, O changes to E. Sorry, that's the opposite, actually. The O in the present tense changes to E in the past tense. Hurt and hurt, so the same. Hurt and hurt, which is unusual. And then keep and kept. Keep and kept. Know and knew. Know and knew. Okay? Know and knew. Leave and left. Leave and left. So leave in the present tense changes to left in the past tense. Lend and lent. So D changes to T in the past tense. Let and let. So again, some verbs actually stay the same. Let and let. Then light and lit. Light and lit. Okay? And that's a huge change there. The spelling completely changes. Then lose and lost. Lose and lost. That's a pretty significant change. Just the E changes to T. And then make and made. Made. So K changes to D in the past tense. Okay? All right, so going back up here at the top, meet becomes met. So you lose an E. You lose an E and the pronunciation changes. Meet becomes met. 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 Long E sound becomes a short E sound. Met. Pay and paid. So Y changes to ID. Okay? Put and put. The same. The same. Okay? I put something away today. I put something away yesterday. Okay? Read and read. This one is a little different because it's only the pronunciation that changes. Okay? I read a book today, but I read a book yesterday. Okay? So the spelling is the same, but the pronunciation changes significantly, okay? So read, a long E sound, changes to read, a short E sound, okay? That's pretty significant there, and it doesn't follow many rules. It's very irregular. Ride and rode. Ride in the present tense becomes rode in the past tense. Ring and rang. Ring and rang. So I changes to A in the past tense. Rise and rose. Rise and rose. So I changes to O. Okay? And then run and ran. Run and ran. Okay? U changes to A. Say and said. So again, Y changes to ID. Y changes to ID. Say and said. This is a little vexing also for English learners. Because say is no longer in, said is no longer an A sound. It's actually a short E sound. Said, said, say, said, short E sound, okay? And see and saw, okay? Seesaw. So that's a little funny. See in the present tense changes to saw. Seesaw. Okay, so that's maybe an easy way to remember. It's a mnemonic. And this one, sell and sold. Sell and sold, okay? Send and sent. So D changes to T. Shine and shone. I changes to O. I changes to O. So very irregular things going on here, unusual. Shoot and shot. And I think that's another one where shoot and, actually this one, let me change that one. That one should be shine and shone. Shine and shone. Okay? So shine in the present tense changes to shone in the past tense. Okay? There are a lot of them here, and it's really, really easy to misspell them, but when you're writing them all out, to make mistakes with that one. Okay? So again, shine and shone. And I've got shine and shown 2 times now. Actually, just ignore this. Ignore this here. Shine and shown. And then shoot and shot. Shoot and shot. So shoot with 2 O's and then shot. So ooh becomes ot. And then shut and shut. So again, the spelling is the same and the pronunciation is the same. I shut a door yesterday. I shut a door yesterday. Or I shut a window today. I shut a window yesterday. Sing and sang. So I changes to A. Sing and sang. Sit and sat. Sit and sat. I changes to A. Sleep and slept. So from 2 E's to 1 E, and then you add T at the end. Okay? Speak and spoke. Speak long E sound to O-O-O. Long O sound. Speak and spoke. Okay, and back up to the top here. Spend and spent. Spend and spent. So D changes to T. Spend and spent. Stand and stood. Okay? Stand and stood. I stand here today. I stood here yesterday. Okay? Steal and stole. The thief stole something today, but he stole something yesterday. Stole something yesterday. Okay? Swim and swam. I swim today. I swam yesterday. Swim and swam. So I changes to A in the past tense. Take and took. I took, I took my book to school yesterday. I take my book to school today. I took my book to school yesterday. Okay? Teach and taught. I teach English today. I taught English yesterday. Tear and tore. Tear and tore. I tear the paper today. I tore the paper yesterday. Tell and told. Tell and told. Okay, so that's a complete change of spelling from T-E-L-L to T-O-L-D. Okay, then think and thought. That is a huge change of spelling. That's very irregular. Think. I think something today. I thought something yesterday. Throw and threw. So O changes to E. O to E. Okay? Wake and woke. Wake and woke. You're so woke. And actually, that is the improper use of woke, the way people use it today in fashionable terms. Because wake, like I wake up today, I woke up yesterday. Woke is the past tense, okay? You should say, I am awakened, I am awakened. So anyway, I'm obviously not a proponent of expert, fashionable terminology, am I? Wake and woke. So A changes to O in the past tense, okay? Wear and wore. I wear a t-shirt today. I wore a t-shirt yesterday. Okay? Simple as that. W-E-A-R changes to W-O-R-E. Okay? Simple as that. Win and won. Win and won. So the I changes to O in the past tense. I win the game today. I won the game yesterday. Okay? Write and wrote. So again, the only change here is from I to O. And again, the pronunciation. I write, I write something today. I write letters today. I wrote letters yesterday. All right. So again, those are irregular verbs of which you can see there are an enormous number of them. There's an enormous amount of irregular verbs in the past tense, the past simple. These are many exceptions. And like I was saying before, these just have to be remembered. There's no, hard and fast, simple rule for remembering these exceptions in the past simple or the, irregular verbs. You just sort of have to, go over them, sort of spell them, use flashcards or whatever you need to do to remember these verbs. As there are many of them, and the changes are, the rule. There are no hard and fast rules to apply to them. But anyway, once you get past that, it is, fairly straightforward, once you memorize them. Just like you memorize anything in any language, there's a lot of memorization. So hopefully you learned a lot from that video. Feel free to, ask me any questions if you have them, and I would love to answer them. Again, I have my heart pointer here to use to motivate you, to show the love. And also and hopefully, you will stay motivated to keep learning and do the best possible job that you can to become a great English speaker. And I will do everything I can to make that happen. So thank you very much, and I really appreciate your time. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.